Hello and good morning.
Yeah,
It's
welcome
Wednesday.
to Wednesday.
Yeah.
The middle of the week. And it's Wake Up Nigeria. I'm Yomi Owope.
So my name is Titilayo Oyinson. I almost forgot to mention my name there. We've done this so many times. How could I forget my name? It's really, really great to be right there with you. And of course, time flies when you're having fun.
Pretty soon we're going to be entering the weekend.
Yeah, soon enough.
Soon enough. Well, that's another 2 days, but you know. Anyway, so welcome to Wake Up Nigeria on a Wednesday. Lots of things happening on the show. And first, of course, breakfast is one of the things that we do not play with
at all.
The show. And we have Mary in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And so fresh.
Yeah, so fresh. Every Wednesday is so fresh Wednesday.
Yeah.
Indeed it is. Indeed.
Yeah.
So I'm liking the...
We can't wait for all the fruity things that are going on today.
I'm only interested in the grapes. I can see grapes there.
You and grapes, seriously.
Yeah.
All right, so as you all know, we're not here to play. Well, we are actually here to have fun, but we're not here to play. We have a little too much for you this morning, but it's just enough to get you ready for your day.
Yeah, and of course, we're going to be looking at this morning's highlights, everything that we have for you. But first, we just want to remind you that we are streaming live on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. You can look us up on TVC Connect. If you want to participate in the show, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria.
Very important, that hashtag. Very, very important. So we're really big on music, and of course, that's why we'll be kicking off today's show with a performance. We have Jay Des. That lady can really sing. She was on The Voice.
I love you, baby. I love you.
Baby, you got me, boy.
I want more.
And because today is International Maternal Health and Rights Day, and we have Dr. Edun Omasanjua joining us from Nigerian Urban Reproductive Health Initiative to talk to us about this day and the things that we should pay attention to.
We'll also be having Damilola Oluwatoyinbo, a.k.a. Ask Dami. He'll be joining us this morning to talk about that touchy subject of phone privacy and the boundaries between spouses.
And of course, spoken word performance from Alaiton Mojisola, who of course we're going to be delivering some hot words coming fresh out the oven.
And we're not quite done. We'll be having British-Nigerian broadcaster, actress, and TV director Simi Dre joining us for a chat. Oh, wow.
All right. So Wednesday morning, lots of things happening.
So many things happening throughout the week. But I would like to point out that I decided not to wear heels today.
Oh, yeah. We noticed.
It's like it's a big event. I didn't wear heels. I'm wearing, like, trainers.
So
I was just, like, kidding myself. That's every day heels. I'm like, nah, not today.
Something just happened to me, and that's why I'm chewing like this.
What?
You know, I don't know. They say when some people feel depressed, they start eating and all. There's a disorder.
Okay.
You know, that makes people eat when they're depressed and all
Okay.
of that. My chest is doing me somehow.
Okay.
Back out. We're knocked out yesterday.
So you're depressed.
Oh, wow.
The team was knocked out.
No,
Wow.
they're not my team. But now, Madrid now have a chance to win the Champions League for the third time consecutively, because one
it's
team
very
that would
likely
definitely
gonna
have
happen.
taken them out is out.
Barca, yeah.
They had all, you know, it was terrible. They had all the aces, all the balls when they're coming. You won the first leg 4-1, and then you go lose the second leg 3-0.
We're going to be talking football later.
I feel bad.
I have to take you back.
I feel bad.
So, Mike, you can't really use the word depressed anyhow, because depression is real. I'm just going to say that.
I'm not joking.
Depression is a long-term condition that grows over time, and it's not just one match.
It happens on different levels.
Come on
Go
now.
to Ghana, as in you have people after matches killing themselves, and you're talking about just one match. In fact, just one moment. Yes, the last one was.
We're talking about
it was
football.
Manchester. No, it's
I'm talking about depression. I'm not talking about football.
No, I was saying that it goes as far. Look, the point is this: whenever like the not, sports has it's a universal language, almost like music.
Right.
You know, it's something that everybody can understand. You know you have to pass the ball. If you speak Spanish or English, you understand sports.
Exactly.
And so people go to great extents when their team wins. In fact, something was like a joke. Guys were betting cars.
Wow.
People go as far as that.
Wow.
They bet cars. I've seen that one, like, but the one that was like a joke, people were betting wives. Like, hey, if your
Mike,
team.
you had to go there, didn't you? You just had to go there.
So,
Okay, but then Wednesday, yeah.
so one of the things that we had talked about yesterday, Mike, was the fact that this issue with the OAU lecturer.
Oh,
Exactly. That is a big one.
We might not have much time to talk about it now, but maybe at the top
The
of
sec-
8
yeah,
o'clock
the
hour.
second time
But
we'll talk
one
about
of
it.
the things that Simi Dre has been fighting about is, violence and also sexual harassment.
Harassment.
So maybe we'll be asking her one or two questions.
One or two
about
questions,
that later on as well.
but you know that's quite big, and I think something should be done whichever way, because now let's just hope that that girl, there's been no statement yet from school,
Yeah.
so we're seeing how it develops.
Yeah.
We just see what happens. Let's hope
Probably
something
so
happens.
much more to the story that we don't know. So I think before we really
It looks like a a pretty much
it
straightforward
looks like an
story to
open
know.
and shut
We
case.
know we
Yeah.
know that this is an open secret. We know that harassment is a major thing in universities. We know.
Yeah.
It's been there from time immemorial. You understand?
Really big deal.
Sexual harassment, financial harassment, we know. So, but having this is evidence. So that's why this is quite different.
Yeah.
So that's why it is that particular way. And let's just hope something. Let's hope that she's not ostracized. I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
actually doubt that she would be, but we obviously we don't have time right now to talk about this.
It's the headlines in the papers coming right up next. Yomi and Titi have you on that one.
Thanks so
I
much,
think
Mike,
Mike just told us his true age.
for
with
that
that
update.
He was determined not to give up.
All right, starting with the punch this morning at the headline. Go home and defend yourselves with stones, Autumn tells IDPs. APC to hold convention before March 16. Convention panel members to be named by weekend. A preferred bidder, Teleology, makes $50 million down payment for 9 Mobile. Abacha loot. Federal government confirms receipt of $322 million from Switzerland. Court dismisses AGF's $1.6 million case against Emirates Airlines officials. Ghana owes $160 million for gas supplied from Nigeria. Others protest in Edo after road crash. Buhari has bungled anti-graft wars, Kwara speaker says. Alleged fraud. EFCC files fresh charges against Heritage Bank MD, others. OAU lecturers want sex for mark allegation against professor probed. Bribe. Police arrest, detain 5 SARS operatives. And finally, Oshibajo, Ajimobi, Aregbesola, others extol Adebanjo at 90. All on the cover of The Punch.
On the cover of the Nation newspaper, it says, exposed Oyegun's hidden agenda on tenure extension. Party says no such plot. Also, it says here, Teleology gets 90 days to pay $450 million for 9 Mobile. Protests as Buhari arrives in London. Presidency says looters behind it. Parents reject bed space fee hike in UI. Buhari appoints MDAs, INEC chiefs. It also says here, rainstorm destroys properties in Ilorin. On tax, EFCC recovers 28 billion naira for FIRS. Ondo government says hike in varsity fees inevitable. And finally, Ibadan Mogajis seek colleagues' arrest. Okay, yeah, Ibadan Mogajis seek colleagues' arrest on page 44. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
All right, the Daily Sundays with a headline.
I think we have to take a break, though, Yomi.
All right.
Yeah, I was informed we need to take a break, commercial break, right before we go on with the show. But, of course, newspaper headlines for this morning are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
All right, we head on to the break now and, of course, be right back.
Welcome back, and we are here in the garden. Of course, it's workout this morning. Benjamin, all right, so what do you have for us this morning?
Yeah, what I have is I'm focusing more on the abdominal muscles and strength conditioning of the abs. So
You get
I'm
this
showing 10 exercises that you can
Okay.
do to strengthen your core muscles.
Take it away.
All right, but before I do that, I love to warm up with jumping jacks, high knees, and so we go this way to warm up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can do this 25 or 4 sets. Then after that, I'm going to the high knees, which goes this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now if you do this, because I love to do my core exercises after my main exercises. So we are going on the mat right away. Okay, so the first exercise we are targeting the upper section of the abs. So we're going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that targets the upper section of your abdomen. Now the second exercise is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's for the second exercise. So which targets the middle section of your abdominal muscle. So the last one also which targets the middle section is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then for the lower abdominal muscles, we are going leg raises this way. 1, and the legs mustn't touch the floor. 2, 3, 4, and 5. The next one is what I call the reverse crunch. The reverse crunch, you go this way. The back slightly above the floor. You're going this way. 1, 2, 3. Now this exercise targets the abdominal muscles. So the next one we're targeting the obliques now. That's the side. We're going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now the next exercise for the obliques is the side touch. You go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now for the total midsection, we're going planks. You go planks. I love to do the elbow planks. Just one. Then for a minute.
Okay, all right, cool. So this was for our core, right?
Yeah, this strengthens your core.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much. Of course, let's head over to the kitchen. We have some very healthy stuff happening this morning. It's Fresh Show. What do you guys have for us in the kitchen?
Good morning, people. You heard it from Mike. We have our friend from So Fresh in the kitchen this morning to deliver something fresh and healthy as always.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
We are ready
Modupe.
to do it fresh and healthy.
There's something about the grapes every week. They seem to disappear before the end of the show.
Oh, it seems
You now
everybody
decided
just
to
likes
bring
it.
juicier ones today, okay? I can't wait to see how everyone
What
swarms
happens?
it up. Okay, so what are we making today?
Okay, so this morning we call it Fresh Fiesta.
Fresh Fiesta.
Yes, it's just a very healthy wrap that you can make from home.
Great. So tell us what we'll be making use of.
Okay, so we're making use of carrots, cabbage. I have beef here.
Okay.
There's bread, bread.
This is like
sweet
shawarma
potatoes.
bread.
Yes.
Okay.
And then lettuce.
Okay.
So that's
Sweet
basically-
potatoes.
Yes, sweet potatoes.
Okay. So what are you going to be doing with this?
So I'm just going to be mixing everything together in my bowl
Okay.
with the Fiesta cream.
Okay.
And then wrap it in the bread.
Okay. Can we do the mixing now? Then maybe we'll do the wrapping later.
Okay, yes,
What's
we
the
can
first thing
we
that
can
happens?
start with the mixing.
This is all we're making use of.
Yes, this is all we're making use of. Just the beef. The beef is still on fire, but
Okay.
That's
It
basically-
isn't cooked yet.
no, it's not cooked yet. This is just a marinated beef.
Oh, so it's still cooking.
Yeah, it's still
That means
cooking.
we can't do much of the mixing.
Yeah, but I
Um,
can start with
you can
the
do it
other
with the
things.
other- okay,
Yes.
okay.
Okay. So the
Anything
cabbage should
fruity
be.
happening today?
Yes, I'm making a juice.
Ah,
Yeah,
we should
so
make
this
the
is
juice
juice
then.
maker.
You haven't cut up the fruit yet.
Okay, so I would have preferred to go with this.
Let's go
first.
with this first.
Okay.
Let's go with this first.
So this is just basically turning cabbage in.
Okay. You're going to be making layers or the usual?
No, I'm mixing
coleslaw?
everything together. So yeah, so
Okay.
it's not layers. So,
Okay.
and then my lettuce, just a little
All right.
of this.
Okay.
So I'm just going to mix this.
The potato, are you going to cut it to smaller sizes?
By the time I'm mixing it, this is the size I'm using.
Okay.
But when I mix it, it cuts off a
Okay.
little bit here and there.
It gets kind of like mashed up.
Yes.
Okay.
So, okay, so
We're putting this in. You have a thing for coleslaw, except today you have vegetables. What vegetable is this?
Lettuce.
Lettuce.
yes.
Looks a lot like ugu.
Oh,
Yeah, more like spinach.
Yeah.
But, oh well. Is it possible to, you know, substitute it?
the lettuce.
Yeah.
For this mixture, I think
It's not a good idea.
any grain vegetable would
Will
work.
work.
Yes. Yes, but we just
Okay.
okay. You don't want it to be to have too much cream,
Okay.
but at the same time you want it to be yummy.
Wait, are we making like healthy shawarma or something like that?
Yeah, so just like an healthier version.
It just has a fiesta attached to it. Well, we'll go on
Yes.
with this. It's time for a break. We'll be back shortly with a musical performance from Jada. Stay with us at Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, welcome back. I've got Jades right here in the garden. She is or was a finalist on the second season of The Voice, an Afro pop and R&B singer. Wonderful fusion, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then of course AY, her guitarist. How you doing, man? Okay, cool. So you guys are performing a cover of One Naira.
Yeah.
That's a hit song. Oh.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what you have for us. Okay, take it away.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. If you're staying out full of chop kwakwa, when I'm leaving by the bay, Taqua, friends with a Pride and Obama, guess who gon' be my baby papa? And my hobby, you precisely. You loving me when nobody likes me. You feeling me when nobody hype me. So when the money comes, you be beside me. You're a diamond, you're priceless. Other guys shine, you're the brightest. And if you leave me like this, I'll follow you like 3 blind mice. Here's my proposal, baby. Love me, though the money is a maybe. And if your friends say that you're crazy, what can they see? One Naira, 1 million. Baby, you got me. Baby, you got me. 1 Naira. Baby, you got me. You got me. You're the only one that I see. Munagi Gamugari. Whether or not you get money, or not you get money, I'll stay with you. Oh, baby, Guinea, come give me Ricky. Anywhere you want to go, go fly, Babonichero. I'm gonna buy just to show you what you mean to me. Easy, 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 yeah, yeah. Easy, easy, we gonna take it slow. Oh, 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 oh. Till we get there, where I want to
Well, now let's see. Wonderful voice, I must say, but that song, I have a problem with this song. Because it's like it's not easy. Is it really? I mean, really, 1 Naira, 1 million, really? Are there girls like that? Do we still have girls like that?
I'm like that.
You have to
like
take it up.
that.
You have to take it up.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
No, you didn't just say that. No,
I'm
because
like that.
because I'm
For real.
I'm thinking that you decided to do the song because it talks to you, right? What
Yeah,
speaks to you
yeah.
in this particular song?
Okay, basically the fact that we still have people who are ready to give it all up for their man. I mean, regardless of whether he has money or not, there are still people who love for real. Yeah, so and I'm one of them, so I'm just here singing the song,
Okay.
encouraging people, you know,
All right.
to love.
So how has it been after The Voice, you know? After your time out at The Voice, you got to the finals, which was quite good. I know you might not be happy that you didn't win, but then how's your career been after that competition?
Well, it's been amazing. It's been interesting. It's been fun. A lot of hard work going on. I've been recording. I've been putting out stuff. I had One Naira out, and then I also had This Dance with Chris Rio out. So it's been good.
This Dance is an original score,
Yeah,
right? It's an
yeah,
original- Okay,
yeah,
so how
it's
many
an
singles do you have
original.
out there?
After The Voice, I have 2, but before
Okay.
The Voice, I had like a couple of songs.
All right, but then is there any
Yeah.
album, any plans for an upcoming album or something? What should your fans look forward to?
Yeah, they should look forward to an EP anytime soon. Like I'm putting together a couple of songs, not an album per se, but like maybe 4, 5 songs.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you
for
very much.
people.
All the best. Wishing you the best in your
Thank
career.
you so
All right.
much.
Big ups, AY. Okay, let's head over to the kitchen and see how far we have gone with the breakfast this morning.
We've gotten really far, I must tell you. We've gone really, really, really far. As you can see, the mixture is all done. Today we are making fresh fiesta.
Yes, fresh fiesta.
Yes. You're welcome back to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria, and I still have Modupe with me. We can't call her chef. She said she doesn't really understand that chef thing.
Exactly.
So we'll just call her the freshness expert.
Thank you.
After So Fresh. Okay,
you.
so we're about to do the wrap.
Yes.
I'm calling this Fiesta Shawarma, but you're calling it Fresh Fiesta, right?
Yes, I'm calling it fresh fiesta.
Okay, so let's see you do the wrap. What's in here for
Okay.
those just tuning in?
Okay, so this is a combination of carrots, cabbage, sweet potatoes, beef, and lettuce with cream. Okay. So just a little cream. So I'm just going to be wrapping it now. This is my flatbread.
Okay.
So I've mixed this together,
Yeah.
and then I'm just going to put it in my bread.
Okay. Let's just put it here.
Yeah, so right in the middle of the bread.
You're gonna leave the potatoes in large chunks like that.
Yes, because you want something that is that you can chew.
But there's
when you're
plenty of
taking it.
beef already to chew.
Yes, you know the potato comes soft and well cooked, so it has that watery taste
Okay.
in it. Yes, so just the way it is now, I would just be wrapping it. So.
So you fold it by the side there.
Yes.
I
so
thought
that it
you'd
doesn't
use
fall.
one, then cover it up with the other one. Apparently not.
It depends on the way you want it to be. For me, this works for me better.
Okay.
Okay, so I just wrap it and then I turn in the edges.
Nice. So for those wondering how shawarma is made, this one is a different kind shawarma.
Yeah, so this is just something you can do at home. Easy, fast, and then healthy.
And then you're going to put it on a grill.
Yes, I'm going
Just
to
so
put it
as
on a
to-
grill just to get it hot and so that it can hold together.
Okay.
Yes.
When you're grilling, do you put the side as well on the griller, or it's just both sides to
Just
hold?
both sides to hold.
And
Once
this
it
will-
holds, this stays.
sticks as well?
Yes, it sticks as well.
Okay,
So
so
that's-
the fresh fiesta is ready. Let's take a
Yes.
look at the fruits now.
Okay, so I'm making just a simple juice this morning.
Okay.
And I have pineapples and watermelon, majorly.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm going to be using this for my fur.
What is that? Orange?
Orange, yes.
Okay.
So I just peeled the orange. So this is my juicer.
Oh, so you're going to be taking it immediately with this.
Yes, immediately with that.
All right, so let's get started with that.
Okay.
How long does this entire process take?
About 10-15 minutes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay, so I'm going
it's
to
all
turn on.
ready. These are things you can make at home.
Yes, these are
yourself.
things you can make at home yourself. So it's just, as you can
Let
see,
me
the
hold
juice
this
is
for you.
coming. Yes, thank you.
Hold this for you.
Okay.
Okay.
So the idea of this is to just push down the juice
Okay.
so that it comes out faster.
Wow.
And so I just go on like that. So I have to do this every time so that it comes out.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So Fresh isn't just about fruits alone, it's also about food.
food, yes.
Healthy food, more like.
Yes.
Nice.
So if you have a juicer at home, you can just do different combination of fruits.
I can add an apple to this.
Yes,
I wonder
you can
what
add
it
an
will
apple
taste
too.
like 5 fruit juice or something.
Yes, you just different combinations, and then it comes out as a cup of juice.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's important to keep pressing that.
Yes, so
Oh,
that
the orange goes in now.
yes.
Ah.
Well, it's really
Let's see what the orange looks like. Ah. Okay.
so we call this combination Pink Crush.
Pink Crush.
Yes,
So we're having Fresh Fiesta and Pink Crush today.
yes.
Sounds like something very Valentine-y.
I think the name came probably from the color or something.
Okay.
Okay, so as you can see, the shaft is going out, and then this is just the clean juice. So that's about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic. How did you know I was about to say, hold on a minute? Because we have to go on a
Yes.
commercial break now. Health Talk will be coming on when we return. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome back. Well, What Women Want is a global advocacy focusing on, it's a campaign to improve maternal and reproductive health care for girls and strengthen health systems. Now, that program is launching today. The campaign sets out to query 1 million women and girls worldwide about their top priority for quality maternal and reproductive health services by the end of 2018. Now, joining us to talk about this morning is Dr. Edun Omasanjuwa. He is the state team lead for Nigerian Urban Reproductive Health Initiative. Thank you so much for joining us this morning,
Very
Doc.
much. Good morning.
And for waking up early. Well, so I like the concept, what women want, and asking the women directly what they want in the area of maternal health. But tell us about this initiative.
Yeah, so it's easy for us on the other side of the table to assume what women want when it comes to the maternal health and when it comes to the rights of the woman as regards maternal health and reproductive health. But also, if you want to be able to plan properly for these women, you also need to take into consideration what exactly are their needs, what exactly do they want, what is it they want to see when they go to the hospital for ANC, for antenatal care, what do they want when they are pregnant. So the whole idea behind this is we want to be able to set a day out where women can air their opinions about what exactly they need when they're pregnant, when they have childbirth issues. What exactly do they need? What exactly are the concerns that we can address on the side of policymakers and decision makers? So not just us just sitting down and drawing up and coming up with statistics and saying, oh, this is the issues, this is this, but let's hear from the women. Let's hear not just numbers, but actual real-life stories of what these women actually want when it comes to their own health, because they are also the primary producers of health.
All right, so you're looking at April 11th as the day to kick off this campaign officially.
Yes, so April 11th today is the inaugural day, and it's the day that has been set aside by many maternal health advocates to bring to the fore, to bring into remembrance that maternal issues are still pressing issues, especially in developing countries. When you take into consideration that, for example, in Nigeria, as high as 40,000 to 60,000 women die yearly in Nigeria as a result of pregnancy and childbirth issues.
And when you compare that to the global statistic, which is about 300,000 women, that's over 10%. That's a huge number. That's
a huge number. Nigeria, unfortunately, contributes one of the highest numbers to the global maternal health statistics. I think we're only second to India when it comes to that. So our maternal mortality rate is as high as 576 maternal deaths per 100,000 live births. Compared to developed countries, in America, you have about 17 women. If you go to countries in Europe, for example, you have about probably 1. Some countries have recorded no deaths. at all
in a whole year.
In a whole year.
Wow.
So that's what we are looking forward to. But we need to know the systems are different, right? The circumstances you face in America are not the circumstances you face in Nigeria. So what are the circumstances that women face in Nigeria? What are their experiences going to healthcare centers? Do they have skilled workers? Do they have clean environment? Is the quality of care provided, is it up to standard? What exactly are they looking for? Because as a medical doctor, what I see as quality of care is me knowing the technical knowledge. But what the woman sees as quality of care might just be a simple smile.
Wow.
You know, how you're welcomed in the facility, how you make me feel when I walk into your facility. How nice are you to me when I walk into your facility? So it doesn't necessarily mean, oh, you have the best medical care services, but how do I feel when I walk into your facility?
So all those other experiential touch points, as it were.
Yes.
Okay, so talk to us about the involvement of organizations like the Partnership for Maternal, Newborn and Child Health, White Ribbon Alliance, the Midwives, the Global Midwives Organization. How do all these people contribute to a day like this?
So the thing is, all of these people have basically one agenda. And the idea is that no woman should die from pregnancy. However you want to look at it, is either you want to have a safe pregnancy, or you want women who are looking to space their pregnancies or don't want to have children at all, have access to contraceptives. So the whole idea of all of this organization is to be able to provide women with those services, either by putting demands of government or creating awareness to issues concerning family planning or reproductive health and maternal health, driving an increasing demand for family planning and reproductive health, and also getting government to understand what they need to do to put the right things in place to be able to provide the quality of care that women need. So it's all wrapped in one, but the idea at the end of the day is no woman should die, no woman must die from pregnancy or childbirth-related conditions.
All right. So now, one of the biggest challenges that we've seen that Nigeria faces, that we always hear the Minister of Health and all of them talk about, is gathering of data and going to maybe the hinterlands and into the villages to actually engage women who are pregnant or women who opt to have their children at home and all of that. So that's one of the biggest issues. How are we then reaching all these other people? Because you want to integrate 1 million women worldwide. Obviously, I mean, we're focused on Nigeria here. So how do you then reach all these women? Like, it's easy to reach the ones in the cities, in the urban areas, but how about, the ones deep in the villages, talking to them and finding out what they actually want from being pregnant?
So that's the thing, you just hit the nail on the head. Even those who are in the urban cities, it's hard to reach them. Sometimes when people say hard to reach areas, I mean, the first thing that comes to your mind is, people who live in the riverine areas, mountains and hills. But to be honest, you also have people who are hard to reach in the urban cities as well. But the thing is, it's easier for those of us who are in the urban cities to reach out to. I mean, you have technology, you have social media. People can easily put up their messages on social media, create a hashtag, and then you have a lot of people following you. But what about those people who live in the riverine areas? Now, the thing is, that's where the media comes in, right? We need to now begin to take the message to those people. The media has, I don't know, there's something they call investigative journalism. We need to start looking at cases, case-by-case basis, where people take the stories to the women. Because these women won't come out. But how about we go to them and hear their stories? What do they face? Sometimes you hear women how they have to go on water for 3-4 hours when
in order to get to a hospital. Do
you understand? So, but they won't naturally come out to say these stories. They don't have technology to do that. So we need to take the stories to them. So if the media can wake up, this is Wake Up Nigeria. So the media has to wake up to bring out those stories, drag those stories out. Because even as a people, Nigerians were very, very, what's the word now? I don't want to use the word secretive, but we like to mind our own business. If it happens to me, I mean, that's God, so next time I hope it doesn't happen. But if you share your experience, then people can learn from it. Do you understand? So, but the thing is, we have to be proactive in doing this. We have to be intentional when it comes to bringing out this story. So for those people who are in those areas, we need to get those stories out.
All right, so let's talk about one of the challenges. One of the biggest challenges that we have in the health sector in Nigeria is bureaucracy. All the bottlenecks and the red tape and all of that. So now that you have gathered all your data, all these women have said, I need somebody to smile at me, like you said, or somebody else says, maybe I need more drugs or more better roads, to access where the hospitals are and all of that. What do you do with this data? Do you then sit with the federal government or the Ministry of Health or developmental organizations and say, okay, this is the direction that we need to do, or these are the things that we need to address. So what do you do with the information that you collect?
So the thing is, when you have knowledge displays power. When you have data, you have to translate data into knowledge, and you need to be talking to the right people depending on the response that you're looking for. Now, you could use this information across all levels. It could be at the home level, it could be at the community level, it could be at the state level, at the federal level, depending on who your audience is. For example, if your responses that you're getting is, we don't have enough nurses in our facilities, then you need to be speaking to the government. So we need to tell the government, look, the people are demanding, they want to use your services, they want to go to the hospitals, but each time they go there, they don't have nurses to attend to them. Or each time they go there, the facility is shut down because closing hours is 8 to 4, and then these women come in at 5, 6 because after work, they want to quickly go to see a nurse or see a doctor, but these facilities don't run 24 hours. What do we do about it? Now, also, if you have an information where, if you have a data which says women are not empowered to take decisions on their own, they need to be talking to the husbands in the house. You need to be paying advocacy visit to community leaders, encouraging men to give their women power to make decisions concerning their health.
Wow.
So you have to use the information across board. It doesn't stop at, because most people will say, oh, the government has to do this, the government has to do that. But no, everybody at some point is a decision maker. Even to the woman who is unaware, she's also a decision maker. So if I know of a situation that's happened to a woman that another woman can benefit from, then I need to share the story around so that the next woman can learn and then know that, okay, if I see these signs, I know there's something wrong with me, I need to speak up.
Right.
I need to talk to my husband. If the husband is informed, the husband says, okay, we need to go to the hospital. The community leader during the committee sessions can, talk to the people. You need to use these services because they are available.
Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Edun, for joining us this morning, and wish you all the best in reaching your 1 million women.
We will.
So if anybody wants to support, how do they follow you on social media? What do they do?
Yes, so if you want to support, you could send out a tweet, on hashtag International MH Day, or send out a tweet with hashtag maternal health, and then we'll pick it up.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Edun, for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
All right. Stay with us. Wake Up Nigeria continues after this break.
Hello and good morning, Nigeria. It's time for us to serve you some magic this morning.
All right, it's what we do every weekday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. You don't want to miss any part of what's coming your way today. We already had a lot of things happen on the show, but, over the next hour or so, we're going to be bringing you more. I'm Yomi Owope.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. We're streaming live on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. Look us up right now at TVC Connect. For comments, use that hashtag Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, so Damilola Oluwatoyinbo will be joining us shortly to talk about the issue of phone privacy between couples.
That's a big deal.
Touchy subject.
Not that touchy when you think about it. Just let me see the phone.
Yeah.
And then we'll be bringing you a spoken word performance from Olaitan Mojisola.
And finally, we'll be having British Nigerian broadcaster, actress, and TV director Simi Dre joining us for a chat.
This feeling that's inside.
All right. So I think everybody's awake now. And some people in OA...
I've been awake since 4 in the morning.
No, I'm saying some people are awake.
Really?
Because in the case of the university professor and the lady that outed him, we did say we were going to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Some people have just woken up
to
the fact that this is happening.
Has any of you listened to the full conversation?
No, I haven't listened. I've only heard from,
parts,
some parts of it. So you know how they will take clips of it,
Yeah, she's trying to call his name. And at one point he responds angrily and says, "Don't call my name again," So she's obviously doing it on purpose. That she knew what she wanted to go for. She was going for the kill. And
I think we need to break down what exactly happened for those who don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's trending, of course, that a lecturer from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, asked for sex to upgrade the students' marks from F to an E. In fact, the students not even an F to an A. And he said he wanted to have sex with her 5 times.
5 times to get to an E.
To get to an
5
E.
different times, yeah. So if you want to go to an A,
I would think each one should be, you know,
like 1 letter, yeah.
1 level.
You know,
like,
but that's terrible. And that's also him trying to protect himself, obviously, so that if for any reason it's probed, you know, an F to an E is not so bad. You'll still look at it.
Yeah,
okay, maybe he just pitied her and gave her an E. Because if he then moved it from F to like a C
like
or,
a C or something.
or a B,
I
then
don't
it's...
understand why we're still talking about the fact that it's about the grades. It wasn't about the grades. It was about how degrading and insulting it is for anyone to say that you can exchange marks.
It's terrible. Like
for
it's
sexual favors.
It is so unfortunate. I mean, yeah.
I'm upset. I'm trying to find some good words to use here because when you think about it, yes, it happens. We do understand that it's been happening for a long time. Now she's outed him, and then I heard some individuals today saying, "Oh, she's done it before. She's been doing it." I was getting so pissed off because in the end, what she has done is she's given some other young girls a voice right now to be able to come out and say, you know, this shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, and I think Nigeria is finally having
a risk.
Nigeria is finally having their own hashtag #MeToo moment.
Yes.
I think it's also important to, like you said, give the young girls a voice. These things have been happening under wraps for years. I mean, we were in school, what, 15, 20 years ago, and it was happening.
It happened.
Yeah.
It's still happening now.
There's a
and,
particular
you know,
lady that said she had to stay 2 years extra.
Yeah.
2 years. 1 year, 1 semester is okay, but 2 years, that was like, wow. Just because you wanted to have sex with her, 2 years. Like, the guy said, okay, you can fill in this course, I'll keep you in this school, and you will know that I am the Lord your God.
Imagine. Just imagine.
No, of course, I was paraphrasing that last part, but you know, it was being Lord over her life.
So in the end, you do have a voice. If you are going through something, speak out about it, and let's get to the bottom of how we can solve this.
Exactly.
It's really,
help
really
is no longer far away.
Yeah,
it's now close. Hopefully, we're going to hear from the university authorities as well. They've been quite quiet about it. But, you know.
Once again, it's the headlines in the papers coming right up next.
Thank you so much, Mike. Let's start with the cover of the Vanguard. It says, Buhari's one-term offer in 2011 no longer applies, according to the presidency. We're not bothered by this one-term promise, says Babatope. Buhari didn't sign one-term social contract with Nigerians, says Okorie. He should check reactions to his declaration, PDP say here. It also says Dezani may forfeit £28 million jewelry to federal government. Why federal government can't seize my assets, Ekwere Madu tells court. I've made over 100 million from kidnapping, says herdsman in Edo. And finally, on 2019, Buratai sets up standing court-martial for officers exposed to politicians. That's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
All right. On the cover of the Nigerian Tribune, we have Buhari's declaration. David, Mark, Jonathan's minister target PDP's ticket. 3 aspirants emerge in SDP. Take a cue from biblical David. Stone your attackers, Autumn urges Benue people. 68-year-old gives birth to boy in Ibadan, if you believe that. Nigerians in UK protest against Buhari's presence. International community watching Ekiti, a British envoy says. While we have not acted on $2.5 billion Eurobond request, says the Senate, FIRS EFCC recover 29 billion naira tax revenue from defaulters. No controversy on Abacha funds recovery, says Adeosun. And finally, greedy politicians have wasted Nigeria's destiny. Archbishop Fakpe, as Oshibajo governors, others extol Adebanjo's virtue at 90. All on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune.
Sorry, 68, you said?
Oh, yeah. She 68-year-old gives birth to baby boy in Ibadan. And usually what happens is after 2 weeks, they would then say, oh yeah, we discovered the baby wasn't actually the woman.
Okay,
this has happened several times.
All right, we'll talk about this later. On the cover of the Daily Sun, it says, federal government admits receiving $322 million Abacha loot in December. President's aide comments on controversies. On Python dance, Igbo killers must be exposed, says Ohaneze. Uyo Church collapse. Commission of Inquiry indicts Pastor Weeks. Ripples over Buhari's second-term bid. Fresh knocks and kudos trail the president's declaration. Government APC playing politics with security, says Governor Wike. PDP alleges plot to rig Ekiti Guba poll. And that's what we have on the cover of the Daily Sun.
Well, that's about all we can take this morning on the newspaper headlines.
The newspaper headlines are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure. We're
going to go on a break now. Of course, when we get back, Damilola Oluwatoyinbo will be joining us to talk about phone privacy.
Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Now I'm here with Damilola Oluwatoyinbo, aka Ask Dami, and he will be addressing this very touchy subject. So the issue of phone privacy between spouses. Let me just leave it like that. Well, Damilola is a life and relationship coach, and he's been on the show quite a few times. Welcome back to the studio.
Thanks for having me again. Exciting to be here.
Okay, are you really excited, or are you a bit worried that somebody is going to come for you after this show?
Because I believe that somebody's going to find help, that will have better perspective, clarity, will be able to together reason, you know, and then possibly generate some good conversations on social media.
Okay, so let's break down what we mean by phone privacy. Now, cell phones are a big part of our lives now. Let's say 15 years ago, it wasn't so. So it wasn't an issue. From your experience, what have you noted from couples you've counseled before?
So one of the major things that we have, one of the major issues in counseling couples and helping them resolve some of the conflicts is trust.
Okay.
Now, because trust is the glue that holds relationships together. When trust is lost, then the bond is lost. I also see trust as the lubricant that makes things easy. And so people say things like, why does he always have passwords on his phone? He goes away there, he makes the phone call by himself, and I'm wondering who's he speaking to. So it's quite a big issue between, for the women as well as the men. And there are the issues around passwords. Should I use passwords or not? Should I hold every conversation within earshot? Or are there certain things that I should separate? And for me, there is no one size fits all.
All right, so now let's speak from the men's perspective. You're a man. Do you have a password on your phone?
Right now, no.
Right now, no. Okay, so is there a particular reason for that? Was there a conversation that led to that?
I haven't seen the reason why I should. And it's not just about my wife. Right. Now, conversely, I have a password on my iPad. Yeah, because there's certain documents on my iPad that are very important, and then my child comes around every now and again, or my first son, and tries to play games and stuff like that. And so for security issues, not because I'm hiding anything, but because I don't want to lose vital information, I password my iPad.
Okay, so do you know if your wife has a password on her phone?
I think she does.
She does, and you don't have a problem with that?
I've never tried looking into my wife's phone.
Okay, so I have to ask, what would make you look into your wife's phone? What would lead that way, in that direction?
Okay, I haven't thought about that, but I think that it's a decision for me not to do that, because I realize from counseling again, when we talk to a lot of people that are digital snoopers become habitual snoopers. So they always want to know, what's the WhatsApp thread like? What's the Facebook thread like? Who are you speaking to? And eventually, if you're looking for something, you're likely to find it. And so there's a case of somebody who actually lost their marriage because the wife was so suspicious, and it ended up being a very platonic relationship. They're working on something discreetly, but the wife felt, oh, you're so close to this person. And so for me, I'm thinking, what is the value in, as it were, violating somebody's privacy? If I want to know something in an honest relationship, I ask, okay, hey babe, what's going on? That guy been looking at you somehow. How far?
So your I feel like you're confident to actually ask these questions without having to go and snoop to find out.
Yeah, I think you get better answers when you're more direct, when you're more open, when you're more honest. I think when you begin to code things and play games, then a part of your personal innocence is actually violated and diluted. Okay. And you become suspicious not only when it comes to their phones, but finances, sexuality, office relationships. Why are you coming by 9 p.m.? Usually getting by 6 p.m. She was in traffic, but now because you stumbled on something or happened on a thread, it begins to color every other thing, and you can't even give your best to the relationship because you feel like the police and they're the convicts. Okay,
I'm thinking about the financial angle now, because in our devices now we also have records, account balances and things like that. So it does call to question whether some spouses would rather their husbands or wives didn't know about their financial status.
Yeah.
So what would you say to that?
I mean, there are cases where if your wife knows what you're earning, she's going to be like, and we're living in this kind of house. How come you have this money and the children are not going on vacation and all of that? So I understand that's where discretion comes in.
Okay.
But what I will say is, number one for me in every relationship is communication. What are the terms of agreement? Now, as you begin to grow and build, what have you decided to disclose when, where, and how? I was counseling somebody yesterday and I said to her, you know what, if you're going to salvage this relationship, you need to have an honest conversation and say to your partner, I want to help you, I want to be honest, but I'm not sure you can handle it.
Okay.
Because what happens many times is not that people are habitual liars, but they're not sure we can handle the weight of the truth if we're to share them. So you want to have those conversations and say, okay, there are things to be said, but I'm not sure you can handle, maybe sometimes not about having so much money, it's about running into debts, really. And I'm not sure you can handle knowing I'm minus 3 million naira rich, or I'm minus 30 million naira rich. You might just faint or something. So have the honest conversation and create a safe space. Then you can measure the trust quotient and go like, okay, now I can let them see this. I can let them see that. I don't have a problem with you passwording your devices if you know that's going to salvage the relationship. Because sometimes we stumble on things that wreck our lives, and eventually we can handle what we thought we could handle before.
Okay. I actually wanted to go there because there are probably some spouses who have discovered things that are life-changing.
I like that expression.
Yeah, life-changing. So things that they, like for instance, there was that, was it on WhatsApp? It was going around about someone who found out that her husband had another wife or something like that, and they had already got her death certificate. I don't know whether it was a rumor or it was really true, but the truth is that message got to her because she went snooping, and it ended up saving her life. So I'm on, it's a two-sided coin here. So are we saying no, don't look through our spouse's phones at all for any reason? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think there might be some cases in which you have to do that. For example, if you want to extract some vital information that will save the person's life, but I think that's the exception. For me, my recommendation from experience in counseling and the results we've generated is honor the privacy of your spouse and then build an open relationship. I think that the tougher the conversations you can have in a relationship, the stronger the relationship is. You don't have very deep conversations with strangers. And sometimes to deepen that relationship, what you want to do really is to lead the conversation to tough terrains and see whether it survives it. If it does not survive it and it crashes and you come together, guess what? The bond will be stronger because we grow stronger through adversity.
Thank you so much, Dami, for coming to the studio once again. Hopefully we've given you some clarity, and you can have this conversation with us online. Make sure you use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. Let's see what you think, and we'll be talking about your comments maybe next time we come back. Let's head over to the garden for some poetry. We have a poetry performance with Mojisola Olaiton. Mary is standing by with her.
Titi, every day we speak, we use words, but the ability to actually make words into an art is something that very few people possess. And one of such people is Miriam Olaiton, right here with me, a 200 level undergraduate of English language in the University of Lagos. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay, so what are you giving us today?
Giving you a very nice poem today.
Okay, looking forward to it. Take it away.
Okay. Ilewa. Our home is a playground. Sons, bastards. Our home is a market square. the Jerusalem of words and idleness. Our home is a broken calabash, a shame to the gods in palm wine. Our home is a playground for sons and bastards whose dusty gossips are not far from windy ears. With tattered baskets, our mothers journey their hypocrisies to the hearts of the village, the Zion of busybody birds. Our home is a Zion of gossips, and with royal rags, they brand their rappers, and beneath their panties, the broken morals, we are told, the ones they beseech us to teach our children. Every night, our fathers sell the robes of truth for dejected barrels of diluted palm wine. Our home is a broken shrine, a sacred place for evil righteousness. Ilewa, our home. Thank you.
Fantastic. Nice. Ilewa, our home. Nice. And that, of course, was by Olaitan Miriam. So, Olaitan, what informed this poem, actually? It's a satire.
Yes. It's inevitable for a poet to not notice the ills or the foibles in his society.
True.
So, and it is the sole responsibility of a poet to talk about the truth, even if people don't get it. So if you ignore the truth, it kills us. So you have to say the truth, even when people don't want to hear it, but it gets to a point in life where people just have to accept it.
Are you particularly fond of satires, or this just happens to be one of your poems?
One of my poems.
So you also
I love satire a lot.
You love satire.
Yes.
That's your favorite genre.
Yes.
What other genres do you like to indulge in?
I do epic poems, and I love poems too.
So you tend to avoid odes and elegies and all?
I love elegies.
You love elegies?
The mood decides.
Oh, the mood decides
yes.
for you. Okay. So when we talk about poetry, it's something that you've always had in you for years, or something you just ran into when you decided to
no,
study English?
It's been my hobby.
Okay.
And it's inevitable for me. Okay. I've been doing poetry before I even became an undergraduate in university. Yes.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Great one there from Miriam Olaitan. As I said, 200 level English undergraduate of the University of Lagos. Well done.
Thank you.
Wishing you the very best.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll take a break now. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Now, Simi Adejimo is a British-Nigerian or Nigerian-British broadcaster, actress, and TV director who relocated to Nigeria to establish a career as a broadcaster after obtaining her degree in broadcast journalism from the University of Wales.
She's created a premium brand for herself through TV, radio, broadcasting, research, and, of course, content development. She's also featured in several movies and sitcoms.
And she's joining us this morning.
Yeah.
Hey, Simi.
With a huge smile on her face, by the way.
Yes, thanks for having me.
You look like you're naturally a morning person. Like you just,
yeah.
You know.
Oh, I am not. I mean, my alarm went off this morning, and I was like, you know what, 15 more minutes. And I woke up 30 minutes later. I thought I was going to be late.
We're glad you made it on time.
Yes.
Really glad. So I'm always, you know, amazed whenever I hear about people that move back from the abroad and come here, and then they're still smiling. They're like, aren't you guys like pissed off with the situation? You guys are all smiley, and everybody else wants to like fly out and like escape. Everybody else is coming back home. But tell us a bit about your experience moving back. To work.
Moving back, I think I made the decision while I was still in university. So in my first year, I did an internship which brought me to Nigeria. And I saw a country full of so much potential, because at the end of the day, we all know Nigeria has a lot of problems, but at the same time, there's still opportunity in these problems. And people say, oh, it's an illusion, but I feel if you leave the country, then who's going to be left to help it grow, help it get better? Okay. And it's not something that will happen overnight, let's be honest, but it is something that can happen if we actually put our minds to it.
All right. Yeah. So, while you were abroad, you know, you did quite a bit in school as well. I was reading that you were the editor of a student magazine?
Yeah, so I was one of those people who just wanted to be really, really busy. And at the time, the university didn't have a magazine. And since, you know, part of my module was journalism, I thought great way to get work experience and a great thing to do to give back to my university would be to set up the magazine. So I was the one who, you know, gathered a team of people, gathered editors, and you know, at university, you have all the people you need for free.
Exactly. So it was easy.
It was easy to, you know, put everything together. But then we had to run around looking for revenue, looking for people to advertise with us. So we had money to print because we had to pay for printing and paper at the end of the day. And we set up an online website as well. So.
All right.
You've got one of the leading shows on radio, and you have a lot of following from young people, especially. Why do you think that is? Is there something special you're giving to them that just keeps them coming back? How do you connect with young people?
Do you know what? I try to be relatable. So a lot of people realize that if they even message me or comment on my pictures on Instagram, I will message back. And I like people to know that even though I work in the media, I'm not, you know, this entity that you can't reach. I'm a human being. So talk to me, I will talk back to you. And I call, you know, the people I talk to, you know, my darlings, even when they call in, I'm like, hi, darling, how are you? As if you're my best friend, because they are my best friends at the end of the day.
Okay, so that personable
type
of experience that they have, that's good, that's good.
But she's, okay, so you are very beautiful. I have to
So
say that. Thank you. But then I saw that you're a model as well. So modeling, acting, TV, which one of those hats do you wear the most?
Presenting. So I dabbled in modeling. I wouldn't call myself a model. I mean, I sort of fall short of the requirements.
Okay. Really?
Oh, yeah, I like
you're talking about fall short. Yeah. Interesting way of putting it.
Yeah, I mean, these heels help, but.
Okay.
But when I came to Nigeria, I got scouted by a modeling agency. And I was like, why not? You know, at one point in most girls' lives, they think, let me try being a model. So I experienced it, I did it, and it's something I, you know, can be proud about, but it's not who I am. I would rather refer to myself as a broadcaster.
Okay. Yeah. As a broadcaster, you know, there's often a message. What is your key message?
At the moment now, I'm trying to push for women's rights, especially when it comes to sexual violence and sexual abuse. I think it's still a big problem in Nigeria, and not just for women, for children as well. We read in the news, normally on like every day, we hear about a case where a young woman was raped or a child was abused. And people sort of turn a blind eye, or they sort of say it's the victim's fault. Or, you know, they defend the predator. And it is a huge problem in Nigeria that has yet to been addressed. So my friend and my partner, Dina Ade, put together a foundation called La Femme Foundation. It's still in its early stages, but last year in December, a march was organized, you know, against this. And we're going to organize another march. And we're still, you know, working on building our team together and actually putting it out there that this is a problem, it needs to be addressed.
Yeah, one of the things that I noticed in the past few days when the news broke about this OAU professor and everything was that you actually made a comment on Twitter about it. Tell us about what you said and how you felt about it.
So there are two sides of the story. A lot of people are saying, why was the student going to the lecturer in the first place, you know, to try and boost her grades? But at the end of the day, if you look at the Western world, student-professor relationships are not allowed. And this is for the integrity of the school and also the protection of the student. Even if it is a genuine relationship, that this is my boyfriend or this is my girlfriend, I intend to marry her, a lecturer could lose his job. So whether or not, you know, she was in the wrong for coming to him, the fact that he was open enough to say, let me have these type of relationships with you, and not just you, other students, is a problem. And he should be questioned for this, or, you know, he should be questioned about this.
We should really hear from him. That is something.
I mean, the university has been silent up until this point, but hopefully they would say something about it. And it's a good thing that, you know, you're supporting women and, you know, who are abused and facing sexual harassment and all of that. That's a good thing.
I was thinking about some advice you might have for maybe people that just came back and want to get into the industry based on some of the challenges you've had.
Challenges I've had. I think at the end of the day, you need to keep pushing and you need to understand your value. I feel a lot of the time, creatives generally are sort of taken for granted in Nigeria. And I think luckily now we're in that position where people are beginning to appreciate us and people are beginning to see things like music, things like television, radio as real jobs. And this is still relatively new. So I feel like you need to understand your value, you need to understand your worth. And even when people, you know, try to maybe underpay you, you say, this is what I can provide for you, if that makes sense. Salaries in Nigeria, in comparison to the Western world, are not that great, but I feel that, you know, there's more opportunity to rise. I came to Nigeria and I immediately got a job as a producer and a presenter, whereas in the Western world, I'd have had to maybe wait a couple of years, serving people tea, serving people coffee, pretending to smile all the time. So I feel like there's a lot more opportunity, there's a lot more room for growth, and don't just necessarily stick to one thing. So even though I wanted to be a presenter, I went into production as well. And that sort of boosts my CV or boosts my package, if that makes sense. I can present a show and I can co-produce it as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So during the highlights, one of the things that, you know, we noted was the music video, which you seem to hate now.
Can I just
years
put out
after.
a disclaimer?
A disclaimer.
That is not a reflection of who I am now.
When was that? When was that?
Oh my goodness, so many years ago, back in university, one of my colleagues and my friend, he had aspirations of becoming a rapper.
Right.
As you do when you're young.
Yeah.
So we decided to, you know, do the song. We did the video.
Oh, that's the video.
That's and I just hide my face now. So it's one of those things that I buried and left behind me.
You buried it,
yes,
but it was
I buried
still on the internet, and we found it.
I was hoping no one would ever find it, but kudos. Kudos.
To whoever found it, right?
But you guys can now forget about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't sound half bad. You didn't. I've heard worse.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say I've heard worse.
That's what you're gonna say. You've heard worse.
No, I'm just trying to say it's not terrible. It's like there's nothing to be like embarrassed.
Terrible
about.
video.
No, it's not.
And the colors were nice. The grass is green and everything.
You're never going back into music again?
Not in the near future.
I like the way you put it. All right then.
All right, so it's Wednesday, and what we usually do is in the kitchen. We serve healthy stuff.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can join us to taste some of the things.
It's a so fresh breakfast today. So let's head over to the kitchen and see what the chef has been up to. Okay, Mary.
Hey, peoples.
Yeah, we've come to.
How's it going?
Take over your territory.
Welcome to the kitchen.
Right. Thank you.
Right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
Nice.
Okay. All right, so this is all wrapped up in a way that I was not expecting.
Yeah, it's so
I
as
think I
to
should get
reduce
myself a
the
glass.
effects on your hands.
All right then. So talk to us, chef.
What is this?
Okay, so this is fresh fiesta. It's just an healthier version of a wrap.
Okay.
So that you can always have. And then a cup of juice. We call it Pink Crush. But it's a combination of watermelon, pineapples, and orange.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
And we made everything here.
Yes. Right here. We made it right here, right now. Wow. We wrapped it up.
Can I help myself to?
Yeah. Okay. So, Simi, I'm not sure how you're going to embark on.
Why is Mary giving me a side eye?
So is she supposed to use her hands? She's supposed to use her hands, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a wrap? So you want to go ahead and have a taste?
And there's a drink as well.
You can peel it, peel off the wrapping. I've never seen anything wrapped so tightly on the show before.
What's the drink made of?
Watermelon, pineapple.
Okay, please go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Watermelon, pineapple, and orange.
Yes.
I think you've given our guests work to do.
Sorry
this peeling there.
You can just put it
Goodness
So this is healthy.
I'm patient.
Yeah,
all right.
All right.
Okay. Moments of truth.
Yes.
Again.
All right.
Everybody holding their breath.
Okay. Good.
Will you marry me?
Oh my goodness.
You don't want to end up in 14 years.
Okay, so while you're watching, as usual, So Fresh will be giving out 2 of this to the first 2 people to get to our Okpebi outlets today. So you want to already take a picture and then you just come to the outlets with your picture.
Yeah,
take a photograph right now.
Right,
yes,
take a
right
picture
now.
right now.
Yeah.
And get to the Okpebi branch of So Fresh Neighborhood Market.
And pick up free stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Courtesy of So Fresh.
Thank you
All
so
right.
And all that
much.
is healthy.
Yeah.
everything.
I think there's sweet potato in there.
Yes, there is. Instead of
smells amazing.
the usual stuff.
Smells nice.
All right, so my stomach is rumbling. Let's wrap up the show, Yomi, before.
Yeah. So big
Before they
thank you
catch me.
to all our guests for joining us this morning. It's been a great show.
Yeah, a big
Packed
shout
with
out
loads
to
of stuff.
Shout out to our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories, and of course Fola's Place for styling our hair. Thank you to Dami Oluwatoyinbo, CB Dre, J Des,
Miriam Olaiton.
Miriam Olaiton,
And,
yes.
Dr. Edun, who
Yes,
was here
Dr.
earlier as
Edun.
well.
Thank you so much for coming for the show.
We'll be back again tomorrow for the Thursday edition of Wake Up Nigeria, 7 a.m.
Have a nice day.
Have a great day.
Bye.